And we're live with one of the possibly, most important books ever written. This is based on other books, which are based on other stories. So unless this is a comic book from back in the day and just part of a multiverse, Inky and Enlil. Jesus and Satan. Satan saved the world. He saved humanity. But that's a completely different story, and I don't want to get into it right now because your belief system will get hurt and destroyed. And the Jews even say that too. Back to modern times. Yeah. Major, well, to me, minor drama. To any mere mortal, might have been semi-major drama for the fact that, little dog, that's my jacket, not your chew toy. I thought that my freezer was defunct. And it's not. It was just a problem with power cord. I've got it up there. I did take preemptively. I took all the ice cream out of there and threw it in the big freezer. There's some spoilage. It is what it is at this point. I'll just go through and I know that this is the M&M cookies and cream. Anything in the top 3% of the freezer, and mainly the stuff that I threw in there from the other freezer, and some of it got freezer burned. I can't, in all goodness, sell this to the general public. I have a reputation. I don't want to sell a freeze burn. It might cost me a couple $100. Small price to pay to have a reputation that people continue to buy time after time after time. I think again, so they're like, "Oh my God, $5 for a fucking M&M cookie sandwich and the fucking freezer burned? Never again." See, I say that to a lot of places that I frequent, and I never go back. And no, that's how badly I got burned. Pun intended. So I'm going to see how that comes out. And the reason I know it was a short in the wires is that every time I flexed it a certain way, the freezer would come on, and then I turn a little bit, and it stopped running. So here's the hilarious part. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. All right. So mind you, I've bought a bunch of these plugins to replace, because it's just one of the things you should have around the house anyways. If you got a lot of things to plug in, to replace the plug. Like I've got one of these that's got stepped on. It's completely destroyed. The plug end has came out of the plug, and it's just flattened. So this was done in between two coolers, and I'm guessing right here is where it's bad, right here. And so I unplugged it, I threw it down to the ground, I cut it in half, and then I spliced this, and I plugged it in. I was like, oh, son of a bitch, why isn't my freezer working? I guess because I'd only stripped the wires like that much. So my idea was that the clamp on the inside was mounted onto the plastic with chef bar in there. No. So then I stripped them more and put them in again. I was like, oh, damn it. What the hell's going on with this? So now I threw it to the side dejectedly and like this. This came up. I had two males on the same piece of wire. Fucking awesome. So then I had all confidence in the world. It's nothing wrong with my freezer. So now I don't have to buy another freezer. That's money that I can put just into the rooftop air conditioning unit, which is $1,400, and get that going that way. Oh, I'm fucking so stoked. And I will have to do some fabrication, some cross members. So I'm going to have to build it because the roof is just fiberglass. It's not. Well, I can walk on it up there. So minor modifications to the roof. I'm going to put some cool seal up there. I might actually just build another layer with insulation above that fiberglass roof, and then put a sheet steel roof over that, and then cut a hole in it and put this 15,000 BTU RV type air conditioning on the top. And that'll keep it nice cool in there so that the freezers won't have to work as hard to keep cool. Not only from the ambient air already being cool and being able to cool it down further, but from the exterior shell of the freezer being, only 2 or 3 inches thick, not to have to fight against external heats and their glass tops. So, hey, another form of heat invasion right there. So, yeah, mistakes were made. Drama ensued. I went down to this distributor and I tried to buy a freezer from them. They wouldn't sell me one. That's the first distributor I have been to that would not sell you freezers. Well, guess what? I might be finding another fucking distributor because on top of that, their price is a little bit high. Am I going to burn that bridge? No. I just probably won't. There's another one in the same town I'm probably going to go to next time and sample. They actually have some different wares they actually want to have on board that are a little bit more exotic. So when I get this Monday or Tuesday, I'm probably going to buy a third freezer, and or at least go down to Georgia and hook it up and see if it'll work with all 3 freezers on my generator, and then I'll figure out something out with a battery bank, and oh Lord mercy, my alternator's not working, so I'm going to have to bite the bullet and get another alternator. Well, now I have all that. I have that money. Hold on, I got a dog loose. Jaja! Jaja, I got more! Jaja, I got more! Jaja, I got more! Okay, I don't have a dog loose, but I heard the dog out there sound like one of mine. So, yeah. Oh, and I found the video I was looking for like 2 hours. It was on this thing right here. And I thought it was only on this. And it turns out I had it set to private. But still, I had 4 views on it. I'm like, okay, I don't remember. Oh, well, I don't remember the settings for this YouTube on here. So, yeah. Anyways. I'm going to be back in business tomorrow. I'm going to go out. And, now, this is just even assuming that the freezer is working properly. It was working properly. It was freezing. And I think what happened is that, so the load on this cooler shifted. And I think that the cooler might have pinched the cord and caused the short. That freezer had been running independently up to that point. So, of course, having a 200-pound weight on just constantly back and forth might have pinched a wire somewhere, or maybe it just I got lucky and had it in the right place for months and months and months and months. And oh, right here it is. You know what? I gotta know. I'll be right back. You the star of the show here, buddy? All right. Good boy. Me too. No, I just gotta know. We're gonna take a minute here and dissect this cable. I don't remember the last thing I dissected like this, other than iron harness of vehicles. Frog in the 8th grade. My science teacher, Gene Thomas, was very adamant about doing this virtually, even though there was no virtual to it. There was no computer program for that. We're talking about the best computer at that time was an Apple II GS, running about 3.5 hertz. Not megahertz, megahertz, not. And raging through it all of 1,200 colors, I believe, on the graphics card. So she wanted me to watch a videotape. I'm like, I don't learn like that. I learn by doing. She got me a frog. It took a while for me to learn the mysteries. A lot because pictures really don't do it justice. And the graphs and charts and diagrams really don't equate to what you see when you slice that frog. Oh, and it was a used frog. Somebody already been there before. Like, what? This just encourages animal cruelty. Think of the tens of millions of frogs that die for people to dissect frogs just for their own gracious nature. Yeah, major granola eater. And on top of that, that frog didn't have to die for me to dissect it. It was already dead. They've been using that frog for 25 years before I got there. All right, the mysteries. What it be, little dog? What you want? You want to come up here? Yeah. And at that time, I wanted to be a veterinarian. Of course, I wanted to be a veterinarian since the fourth grade when I read a book called Alan and the Animal Kingdom. I took it to heart because I was in fourth grade when I read it. It was about a fourth grader who lived with his auntie. He lived with. He ran away from home. He got a job as a veterinary assistant, and got his own place to live and had all kinds of animals in his apartment. And kept these animals and went to school during the daytime and was an assistant at the veterinary clinic at night. And became a veterinarian. And then when the school called his home, he would always have an excuse why his auntie was not there to answer the phone. I thought that was a true thing. I wanted to run away myself. Not because I hated my parents, just because I like the idea of no rules. Rules are oppressive. For the most part, unnecessary. I know a civilized society requires a certain amount of rules, but man, most of them are like just draconian and unjust. Like marijuana laws. No harm, no foul. It doesn't hurt anybody. And hey, if somebody chooses to shoot up gasoline and die, that's their choice. The society should have no choice in that matter. But the thing is the government doesn't care about you. As a human being, you're just a fact and a figure and a number. The only reason they pretend to care about you is because if you die, that's money out of the tax base they don't have. No different than a battery to a calculator. You're a source of energy, nothing more. But hey, I'm not here to preach to you. I could. I know where this book's come from. There's two other books that this comes from, and this is the Book of Moses. Well, the Book of Moses hinges on other stories. I don't want to talk about that right now. If you're really that interested, you get with it, and then we could talk about things. You want to be more Christ-like? Be like Jesus and read this book. Be more like Jesus. Be a Christ-like. Go to temple on Saturday like he did and read this book. And the two books that this hinges on. And again, Steve Lindsay, if you're watching this, you do that, and we could be on a more parity. I'm up here. You're kind of here. You got some Suedo knowledge. But I know some people that talk about the Bible and they said the Spirit of God. It's like you obviously have not read the Bible. God is not a spirit. He is a being of flesh and blood. He came here on a spaceship called Heaven, and it was the name of the ship was called Heaven. And here, how you know he is not a spirit in the Bible. God came from this spacecraft, came down from heaven, and after the flood, he enjoyed the offerings of man, being at that time barbecue and beer, and enjoyed them. What does a freaky spirit god need to do with barbecue and if you're of the spirit, you don't need food and spirits. No pun intended on that one. The next time I say it, there will be. But yeah, I can see that my cooler is cooling down some, my freezer. Now when I plugged it in, now versus like when I was first wriggling those wires around, it would kind of so I know it's running. There's not that means there's probably not a problem with the condenser pump. And then when I put the new end on the proper end of the proper wire this time, it leapt to life. So I'm pretty sure there's not a problem with that unit. It's really kind of hard to kill this anyway. So they're bulletproof. They're both tough. However, I'm still looking at another one here, and this time because of size. I might buy another one just for the size. This one's 60 inches. And it's brand new. And it's 13 inches bigger this way. And let's see. Same depth, same height. 13-inch bigger. This was just another basket on top and another probably 4 or 5 boxes on the bottom. So it'll make it a little bit easier to have more stuff by the window. And it is $1,400. So I'm still getting all my snow cone stuff ASAP. But anywho, I just have some crab cakes, and right now the one thing I'm doing right now is, I did say I was going to ride bicycle today, and I didn't get up to 1:30. I was up last night fretting about this and worrying unnecessarily, and I should stop letting stuff worry me. But right now this is the only game I got is that ice cream truck. So all right. Well, I could sell a bunch of stuff and get $4 or $5 grand, maybe. Well, I know the other Mamaki that's out in the driveway, I could probably get at least, just with the legs on it, bare minimum, 4,000. At best, if I wait a little bit longer. So I'll buy it now for 4,000, and I'm going to try to get 8,500 out of it. Key J 3 160 SP. For sale. Click for sale. Top of the list. Milwaukee JV3 160 SP used for sale in excellent condition with 2 new pumps. Light use, everything in good shape except for knees, new capping station, and heads. Wow, these heads are not clogged, and they're asking $5,000 for it, and those heads are like $2,500. There you go. I'm going to ask for $7,000 for mine that doesn't have clogged heads. Bare minimum. Also has 8 full ink cartridges. Just like $90 each. So $720. I've got some ink cartridges. They got maybe 20%. I'm incredibly disheartened that I left the route like that, but I think I only lost like 5% of the product in that freezer. I was like, why is this running 70 degrees? What? Because my temperature reading, I have a secondary internal thermometer, kind of something you hold in your hand and you just put on top of the pile. Like, oh, cut everything off, cut the other freezer off. This motherfucker's not working. So then I post haste, went to find some dry ice, couldn't find any dry ice. And mind you, this was barely like 20% mushiness, maybe 15. So maybe I like lost like a box and a half of cookies and cream. Or, hey puppy, that was a wonderful, brilliant jump. You land so lightly and stick it. I love you. You're a good jumper. And then I went and got another cord. I was thinking maybe it was something to do with the extension cord it was hooked up to. That was starving power to the other one. No. Well, that was $46. Well, now I want to keep them on separate circuits anyways, just in case that's a problem for the other one. It's been hovering around 5.5 and 5.9 degrees all day long. I also think that's a problem with the ambient air temperature because at night, when the temperature is closer to 50, it gets down to -5. So yeah, I need to get an air conditioner to keep the enclosure that surrounds the freezer is called a truck. I have insulated walls. I've installed a R25 of insulation. It's the roof that has no insulation at all. It's just that much of fiberglass. That's why I think I need to build that up with probably because just like a person in wintertime, if you wear a winter hat, you can go off with almost no clothes on and stay warm because 90% of your body heat goes out right through here. And I think it's another 15% for your hands and feet. So basically, you probably go out naked in the snow if you had gloves and boots, boots, and hat. This is the surface area to core. What's this? It's surface area to size. I forget how that goes. It's basically why the dinosaurs couldn't make it because their mass to surface area ratio was all wrong. They had no way of expelling heat from their massive bodies. That's why they had a lot of those dinosaurs had those crazy kooky things that stuck out of their bodies. It's like a radiator of heat. It radiated heat. Oh God, I'm becoming one of those guys. Air quotes. So yeah, back to the core. So 7,000 for that, and I got $4,000 over the stuff. I already know the math on that. It's $4,000. The value of those things. So right there is $11,000. I'm hoping for 25 on the car, or at least 24. It's got fucking brand new tires on it, and they try to nickel. They try to nick me on the windshield, having that tiny little. It's like this big. Well, we're gonna have to replace the entire windshield. No, you're not. Don't give me that car salesman mumbo jumbo. I'll go to fucking somewhere else. I already got a solid offer for 24.5, and that's what they said. We'll probably give you more than that. And then no, they try to Jew me down to 21,900. I turned my feet back around and was like, I got a KBB offer right for 24.5. Well, we'll have to get them to come here and look at it. Okay, well, I'll be there Monday. But I'm going to Greenville first. I'm going to that actual BMW dealer in Greenville. And I'll take a dog with me so it doesn't seem like I'm ready to leave the car. And so I'm not ready. I'm not desperate. Oh, God, I did it again. So I'm not desperate to sell. The door doesn't get it pierced. It's pretty soft. My cover story is, and I am going to get one, just not immediately. I'm looking to get a Rolls-Royce Phantom or a BMW 760, which is basically the same car. Both have a 10-speed transmission. Both have a V12 twin turbo. Other than that, from the frame and suspension up, and wiring harness and internal computer parts of the dash and controlling parts, it's the same fucking car. The only difference between a BMW 760 and a Rolls-Royce Phantom is the body and stuff inside the body, and then on the panels that in the dash, they reprogram instead of saying BMW, they say Rolls-Royce. Oh yeah, and then they'll take the cylinder head covers off and put Rolls-Royce one on there. It's a fucking BMW engine. It's a BMW wiring harness. It's a BMW dashboard. And then they take and wrap it with leather. Well, yeah, the BMW has leather too. The only difference is the Rolls-Royce, you get more choices of leather, types and colors. BMW, you get one leather, 4 colors. The Rolls-Royce, you get 20 leathers and 400 colors. It's basically the same fucking car. And then the Rolls-Royce is automatically unlocked to be able to do 265 miles per hour, even in the United States market. So I'm going to get rolling tomorrow. I'm going to make some ice cream money, just for pocket money. And I think I'm going to get the windows tinted. So this guy wants me to come back there Monday. I'm not going back Monday. I'm not going to make him think I'm desperate enough to come back when he wants me to come back. I'm coming back on Tuesday with the windshield fixed, some body work done, and tinted windows. Let's see what they say then. I might just hold off and sell it myself. Because I looked up the actual value they're going to be selling for 35, I believe, is what I saw, for what dealers are getting for those cars. Problem is, I need money now. I want money now to get my taco truck here. I want money now so I can start my cotton candy factory now. Because every day I don't have the cotton candy factory here is probably, well, I figured it out. If I lower my goals and only try to sell 30 poles a week, which I used to sell 90 poles a day in a circus. I could do $12,000 a week. Clear. Just free and clear. No problem, oh man. So I would rather have that. I would rather take a loss on the car and get that going sooner and make up for it in the backside on higher income per day and per week. And then hire some people, get them working out here in the shed. Get them start working in the morning, go out in the ice cream truck, keep everything on this side locked up, put everything that I don't want stolen inside and out of sight. If they never see it, they never know I had it. Because from the exterior of this place, you know what? I won't even give the impression that I live here. This is just my shop. And I'll probably put up some more security cameras. I've already got the no trespassing signs up. You're being videotaped. And you are. I have the one ring camera and it pretty much covers the entire front of the property. And then ideally I should start looking for an employee for my tractor trailer. Or at least get in the process of learning, relearning how to interview people and learning how to interview people specifically for that industry, because I don't know how to hire people for that industry. I have an idea of what I want, but I might not be asking for enough. I might not be having for that industry. I might not having enough information without having experience of going through that. And the feedback of what they're going to tell me is going to tell me a little bit of something, because like somebody's afraid for a job, they're going to tell you what you need to be asking the other people, because they're trying to be preemptive to your questions so they seem more qualified. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. Mistakes were made, drama ensued, and things have been fixed. Like I said, I don't know. I might not even get another freezer. That's $1,000 I could take and go towards my wardrobe. That's $1,000 that I could go to fix my tiny house. I need like $5,000 just finish the second story off and put a roof on it. And I'm not putting the same roofing system back. Oh, I might. I'm only gonna be living in the house for like 6 or 7 months to 8 before I move into a full-time house. Or I might get a travel trailer here. Point is, I want to finish that place because it costs money to build and it's worth finishing. And then I might sell it. And just move into a travel trailer. But travel trailer is not nearly as nice as the inside of that thing's going to be. Plus, it's permanent. I still might get a travel trailer to go do festivals and fairs with my taco truck, which should be here within 2 weeks. And I'll pay somebody $25 an hour to get it through there and systematically gut the inside of it and throw it away into the dumpster I have there. So that's going to be $1,000. They're going to feel good about themselves and they'll have a job for a couple weeks. But I don't want to expect assholes and elbows during that process. And I want to be systematically removed. I don't want to just be butchered. And then I'll hire them to, I don't know, because then I didn't have any plans for this one. I just winged it. I knew kind of what I wanted, but I only wanted 2 outlets. On this next one, I had to have multiple outlets and strategic locations. That means I have to plan out what type of food I want to have in there. And that depends on, to do that, we'll make my decisions on what type of equipment I have, which will further determine where my outlets need to be at, where my plumbing needs to be at, and then I'll have to get on the computer and do some CAD CAM work. Don't know how to do it. I'll have to probably spend a week or two learning how to do that. And true, probably be cheaper to, less time intensive to pay somebody else to do it. But then I'll be able to do it for taco truck number 2, taco truck number 3. I might just start building taco trucks or custom food trucks. Mind the miners, not the mine. And then I'll have that skill set under my belt too, and that'll be good towards doing CAD CAM for everything in life is a culmination of experiences towards one grand vision and hope, one goal. And I don't have enough time to explain this on there because this is a lifetime already. No, I'm not trying to go to Mars like Elon Musk. But I would want to have a self-sustaining colony on an island somewhere. I'm king. I make all the rules. But that's a different story. And we're probably about 65% towards that. And I need billions. Meanwhile, still got to fix my teeth. Yeah, it's been a pretty exciting day. I did get to relax. I mean, I was actually looking at the bicycle and thinking about airing the tires up and going out. I'm like, well, fuck, I could just rearrange the stuff in the freezer that works and then go out like that. And they're like, well, no, I need to see what's up. So the freezer, and then let me try to plug it in. And I plugged it in, and it worked. And then put the plug down and stopped working. And that's where I came to the brilliant conclusion that's not a problem with the freezers with plug. So I spent 20 minutes with that, and I got to work. And that's when I got regained interest in having faith in this freezer for working. Tell you the truth, I'm not sure if it's really worth $1,400 just to have one more basket. I'm going to continue to look for another freezer, but I want a 8-basket unit. I've got 87 inches to work with there, which also will help me to have more products from this other distributor I have. And then there's another distributor down in Greenville that I want to go find again. I think that's going to be a mission for Monday as I go into this place while I'm in Greenville. And because premium ice cream distributors is out of business. They've been in business for about 10 years. That place was awesome. You gave them your paper. You walked up when you gave them your paper. They went there and they got your shit. They went through and counted it with you and threw it up in the truck quick. This other place is kind of, yeah. But they do have, I don't know. It's 85 cents for the Klondike vanilla, and that's all they've got, versus $1.05 in the grocery store. That's 20 cents. That's not huge savings. The Klondike bar should be 56 cents, 62 cents wholesale. To me, that's a wholesale savings. I got to go to this other place. And then I'm still good with the Pet Dairy people. I got it. I got their price list on my. I'm going to print that out and. Yeah. Oh my God! How the fuck is it 8 o'clock already? Oh, I didn't get up until 1:30 in the afternoon. I got up at 9, and then yeah, because I was like up until 9 o'clock. Now I was having good dreams. I was having really good dreams. A couple friends of mine were in there. the the one from Chicago, she was in there. No, not the crazy girl that had $9 million, and she was a little touched. She got beat up and raped and left for dead in the parking lot and got paid out $9.5 million. I didn't even know she had money before I got with her. And she told me about the whole thing, and like I still liked her for her, but she just like had this thing that she just like would insult me publicly in front of other people. I'm like, that's not cool, man. I couldn't even, she thought I needed a place to live. She could treat me however. No, I had an apartment. So I should say I rented a rooms from somebody, and I was selling balloons. I was flush. I was making good money. I just rented the room just because I didn't want to buy a place to live in Chicago. I never wanted to live full time in Chicago. I prefer North Carolina. And plus, I didn't have all that payment shit for these. Anywho, I'm going to get off here and take care of some personal affairs, and maybe we'll have a beer. I don't know. I have a beer in the refrigerator here. I'm not really feeling sociable. Then I have to monitor the progress of this freezer and see how it's going, so I can plot time along a mental graph and see how we're going with the probability that this thing will work. Peace. See you later.